All right, welcome back to Missing Persons TV. I'm Brian Ladd with my co-host Deborah. Today's Sunday, July 12th, 2009, 10:23 p.m. Tonight we're covering 4 cases. We're going to be reopening or re-examining 2 cases from the past, and they are case 542, Stacey Ann Peterson, and case number 776, Lindsay Baum, which actually is a pretty recent case. We're doing that per request of the viewers. They have new information, so we're going to go ahead and look at that. And we're also going to be doing 2 cases that I did from the previous night. And they're case 777 or 777, Kimberly Cornell, and case number 778, Sergio Rivera. But before we get started, Deborah, how you doing?
I'm doing okay. How are you doing?
Good. Went swimming in the Potomac River today. It was beautiful. It was warm and clear. Usually it's kind of high and the current's too strong actually to swim in it, but today it was perfect. It was nice. Loved it. It's only a walk right down the street too.
We were actually going to go to the beach today, but it was barely hitting 70 degrees at the beach, so.
Let's talk about a few things first. Ashi Desir. Everybody knows that he's been missing 6 months now. They did some news reports for Ashi, which we appreciate. In the news reports, they actually featured the Find Ashi website, right, Deborah? Actually, I think that the Collier County Sheriff's Department did that, right?
Yes.
Okay. So they did it. They did the video. It was a nice video, and it was nice for the local news to report on it. But it seems that's where it stayed, isn't it? As far as I know.
Well, yeah, and I'm really thankful to the Collier County Sheriff's Department for everything they've done. They really did a lot of searching. Mm-hmm. You know, I understand that they probably don't have a lot of leads to work with.
Mm-hmm.
I understand that part. I did hear from someone who lives down in that area, though,
mm-hmm.
that really not much is happening with Ashi's search.
Mm-hmm.
In fact, this person said that the Sheriff's Department makes it seem like they're searching when no one is seeing any evidence of that. And, I guess my response to that was that they're probably looking for some good leads. They need some good leads to go on. And that's probably,
right.
Where they stand on it. That's probably what they want at this point.
Mm-hmm.
Because they went in and they searched areas and they swept certain areas and figured they were clear or whatever, and I guess they just don't know where to go next. But this is the first time I've seen law enforcement put out a YouTube like that, asking for people's help,
mm-hmm.
and to post it everywhere.
Yeah, I'm glad that they did that. I'm trying to get a map up here. It's the wrong map. Bear with me 1 second. Before I talk, I just want to get this map of the area up there. Okay, that's Farm Workers Village. The area that I wanted them to search, and I'm not sure that they did, is this area right here. This is right to the east of Farm Workers Village, and specifically this little patch of land right there, that little blue dot is. According to the dream drawings, I think he followed a dog and somehow couldn't get back, and could be from the barbed wire, I don't know, and then it was exposed to the elements, and tragically something happened. Since the area's been searched and nothing's been found, that's good news. He's still out there, and that's why it's so important to get his picture out there. The Sheriff's Department, when they made that video, I guess their public relations office or PR office made the video, and we appreciate that, and especially when they opened with your website, Deborah, findashi.com. But the purpose of the video was to get his picture out there in stats. I mean, they did, I think, a good job doing that. But they need everybody's help to get the picture out there. Just sending an email to your friends and stuff is great, but only local people knew that. Only people that actually read the local newspapers or in the local watched the local news saw that. Even looking at the YouTube video, it only got a couple hundred hits. If Nancy Grace were to come on TV and say, "Hey, the sheriff's department needs our help. Let's put that video out there, and here's what to do if you see him. That would help spread it around. But so far, it hasn't happened. Nancy Gray's broadcast tomorrow. I'm hoping she does. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, I would really, really like to see Nancy do something, because it would bring the awareness up there. To be honest, I'm still steamed from when she left Aji on the back burner in April.
Mm-hmm.
I think he deserved better than that, and at the very least, there should have been an explanation when it wasn't followed through after it was postponed.
Right.
I fail to see why a child that's been located and the perpetrator is in an orange jumpsuit, why that takes precedence.
If all I see, I'll watch Nancy Grace tomorrow, and if all it is about Michael Jackson, who's dead, okay, and nothing's mentioned, even when the police department's, begging people to help, and they really do need the help. I mean, I would imagine, how big is the town? I mean, the police force can't be too large. There can't be too many people. They need the help. If Nancy talks about Michael the entire show, doesn't do anything, I'm not watching it anymore. I'm sorry. What's that one website? No, I'm just kidding. But you know what I'm saying? This is ridiculous, especially now. Now the sheriff's department wants help. They report on Haley still. They still report on Kaylee Anthony. What's up?
Yeah, well, I wonder, if people have sent that video to Nancy or not. I will make sure that she has, that they have received it then. So if anyone else wants to send it Nancy's way, please do. A link to the YouTube.
Mm-hmm. But we can tell that. We can really tell just by looking at the YouTube video and the statistics of how many people viewed it. We can tell that it's not gone national. It hasn't gone national.
Oh, exactly.
And it's, with 200 or 300 hits, it's local. In half of them, well, I'm not going to say half of them, but all of them probably came from us. We actually put that video on Aji's website on the bottom. It's on the bottom on every single page of that website. There's hundreds of pages, and that's on the bottom of every single page. Their video is. So, I don't know what else to do. If anybody has any ideas of how to, get Aji promoted, let us know. I mean, whatever it's going to take. I mean, what's it going to take, Deborah?
I don't know. There's got to be some way to get Nancy to do something, or Oprah or someone, for someone to give this some attention. Right,
and people, we entertain, people say, well, he got eaten by an alligator. That's a terrible thought, okay? Even if he did, okay, statistically, first of all, not too many people get eaten by alligators, and the people that do, there's always something recovered, be it clothing or something. The alligator spits stuff out, and just look at recent reports of people being eaten by alligators. How many can you find? Right, even a child. Okay, I mean, it just doesn't. It could have happened, but I think they would have found something. In these areas, I mean, if they did a perimeter search and started, where he went missing and straight out, and they've covered these areas right next to where he went missing. That alligator's not traveling, as far as I know, right?
Right.
I mean, is he? I mean, I've seen that they're out there in these boats, and there's that one big lake. Where's that lake at that they had featured in the video?
Well, since there's been nothing found.
Where's that lake at, first of all?
Alligators usually leave something behind, and there was a lot of searching. I'm still hoping, this is a horrible thing to hope, but hope that he was abducted.
Right.
Even if he was abducted by a pedophile. That's still better than, the alternative, better than Aji being deceased.
Exactly.
And, if that be the case, then there's no way to get him home if people don't know he's missing. And honestly, most people don't know he's missing. Just judging by the views on that YouTube from the sheriff's department, I would think with as much as, that was passed around, and they asked for help of posting it on your MySpace, your Facebook, your blogs, your website.
And we did. We did. You got a call from NBC, right?
Yes, I spoke with Marissa Brainey.
Okay.
And she's been covering Aji's disappearance from the beginning. And she did an article, and she did a live interview in Immokalee that day on Friday. She interviewed Aji's mom, actually,
Mm-hmm.
who had a few words to say. Obviously, her English is not very good.
I saw the video.
She's terribly brokenhearted, and we did in that video see Aji's new baby sister.
Mm-hmm.
And her name is Ajiani.
Right. I had a graphic of that. I'm not sure where that's. I was going to get that up. You know, so here's a new child. I mean, that's a story in itself they could report on, right? You know, I mean, this is you know, even she named the child after Aji. So what I'm saying, whatever it takes, let's get the the networks to cover this somehow. It looks like Oprah's got other things to do. I mean, I know people are busy, and I know Michael Jackson died. I know very well Michael Jackson died. What are we going to do? How can we change this? How can we stop reporting on Aji every show? That's what we want to do.
The only way we're going to stop is when he gets attention. You know, and he's not getting that. I did send the link to Thursday's show to all the local media.
Mm-hmm.
And down in Florida, and I covered all the large cities. I mean, I even covered Orlando, and you know that's what 4.5 hours from Immokalee.
Mm-hmm.
I covered all the main cities in Florida, and I sent it to the national networks,
mm-hmm.
asking them to please do a story on Aji, and I sent them that. So you know, we keep saying over and over and over how we need the media to help out here. So
Mm-hmm.
you know, the media did respond in Florida by doing a piece. Most of the stations did, the ones real close to Immokalee, and that's wonderful.
Mm-hmm.
So thank you for that, but we need more. We need Nancy or Oprah or somebody.
Mm-hmm. Hey, you know, if Oprah gets on TV and shows his picture, so many millions of people watch Oprah. You know, they'll find him. That's how people are found. You know, most of the cases that you hear about, some person, you know, say I saw that vehicle, I saw that person, and reports it, and then the person's found. And that's what needs to happen in this case. All right. Oh, go ahead.
Listening right now,
mm-hmm.
Everyone who's listening, if you could please go to findaji.com. You will find the places on there to contact Nancy Grace, to contact Oprah. Please contact them and send them the YouTube link or Help Us Find Aji that was put out by the Collier County Sheriff's Department. And if enough of us do it, maybe they will decide that it's worth their time. You know, I hate to think that it's not worth their time, you know, that someone would feel that way, but I don't know what else to think at this point.
All right. Okay, enough said. Findaji.com. Let's get started, Deborah. Our first case of the night, this case was actually done 2 nights ago. This is case number 777. Now, this is Kimberly Cornell. The dream drawings were posted on the 9th of July, 2009. Deborah, you would give me some news today that she's been located, which is great news. Do you want to bring up the case as far as what, you know, now when you said she's been located, the reason why you know that is because the picture's been pulled. There's no actual report or news story saying she's been located, but from what we learned with experience is that when those pictures are pulled, they're located, correct?
Correct. I checked again here, and I have right in front of me a news article at Syracuse.com. It has not been confirmed that she's been located. It's still one that she's missing. But when the poster, like you said, comes down from National Center for Missing and Exploited Children, then they have been located. What happened with Kimberly is she's actually been missing since the 3rd of this month. And she's 15 years old, and she was missing with a 35-year-old man. They did end up issuing a felony warrant for him, and whether they found her with him or what happened, we don't know. We may never know. This does happen sometimes, that we can't, you know, find out what truly happened, except for the fact that they're located, and that's the important part.
Right. Okay, let me just, we closed the case. I have 2 dream drawings on it. The first one says in New York, NY. I'm pretty sure that's New York. Friend's house outside Buffalo, New York. The next one is a drawing. It says lights, and to me, I think that's some type of outdoor, maybe carport or something with some type of either Christmas lights or party lights or tiki lights or whatever. That's what I have on that. We don't have any other information besides what Deborah just told you. So that's all we have on the case. Hopefully, Kimberly was found safe. Anything else, Deborah?
Well, with you talking about the work that you've had there, Syracuse is in New York. It's upstate, as is Buffalo.
Okay, good.
In New York State, a lot of people think of New York as being New York City, and New York State, though, and upstate, there's a lot of territory there. And
yeah, I know. We used to live in Rome
is nearby
as a
to
kid.
Buffalo.
Yeah, my dad's retired Air Force. We moved all over the place like every 3 years. And anyways, we used to live in Rome, New York. I think he was stationed at Griffiths Air Force Base at the time. Not sure, but I think that's where it was. It was beautiful, kind of like it is right here. Little rolling hills and trees. And maybe it's a little flatter up there, but it's beautiful. Anything else for Kimberly?
No, I don't have anything else.
Okay. Our next case is case number 778. This is for Sergio Rivera. The case was opened on the same day, July 9th, 2009. Deborah, what information do we have for Sergio?
Sergio has actually been missing since September 26th of 2008. His poster just went up at National Center for Missing and Exploited Children during this past week. I don't know what caused the delay or, what's going on there, and I also don't know much about him being missing. There's not much out there for him. Hopefully now that he's listed on National Center, there'll be more information. But they list Sergio as being endangered missing. His date of birth is December 21st, 1997. 11 years old, missing from Riverside, California. A Hispanic male, 4 feet tall, 85 pounds, brown hair and brown eyes. They say that he may still be in the local area or that he may have traveled to Texas.
Okay.
So, I'll keep my eyes open for new things regarding Sergio, but that's about all there is right now. There's not much for him.
Okay. Speaking of not much, I did not get much on the dream drawings. All I have, it says L.A. basement. And there's no pictures, no drawings or anything like that. So this would be a definite redo probably tomorrow night. That's all right with you, Deborah?
Okay.
Okay. Okay, those are our 2 new cases. I have 2 other cases. I'll be posting them tonight. We will discuss them tomorrow, along with 2 more cases that Deborah sends me every night. What we've been doing now, we're not covering any of the past cases because we've now done a show on every one of the cases that we have open. So we're on case number 779 now, so you do the math on that one. I think we're at show 110 now, Deborah. Either way, so all those cases are open. They're all just as important. So we're going to cover them once. If people listening or viewing want us to cover something again, we will. So that's what we're going to do right now. So we're going to open up case number 542, and this is Stacy Ann Peterson. The case was open on let's see, this is a pretty large file here, on November 5th of 2007. There is 9 different case files open, or different links for this case on my website itself, and there's a bunch of them on the forum at missingpersonforum.com. If you open up case 542, if you click on Stacy Peterson's picture or name, you'll see what I'm talking about. All the links are posted there, and I think if you click on those links, it'll also link back, hopefully. Deborah, what information do we have for Stacy Peterson? I know you probably don't have the...
Gonna do stats like...
Right. That's what I was just thinking about too. Do you want to find something real quick, or we're just gonna most people see? Fortunately, most people know about Stacy Peterson,
exactly.
Unlike Aji.
But for those that don't, we want to make sure that they do.
Okay.
So yeah, I'm pulling her up.
Okay.
This case, yeah, there's a lot of information on your site. There's a lot in the forum.
Okay. And the reason why we're covering this, didn't mean to cut you off, Deborah. The reason why we're covering this, because Jim has been out there, I'd say on a daily basis now, researching what we have, what he has. Jim is a, I believe, private investigator. He's done an awful lot of work for this case and several other ones. So if you guys please go to the case file and look at some of the work that he's done. He's also recently been posting some YouTube videos of areas that he thinks might be related. Pay attention to this guy, because I think he could be right. And unfortunately, we don't think that Stacy is alive. I don't think anybody thinks that Stacy's alive, but I think if anybody's going to find him, he's going to be the one. Go ahead, Deborah. Or not.
Oh. Well, you know, as many people as know that Stacy's missing, just as many, if not more, have heard of Drew Peterson. He's a real piece of work, that guy. He is in jail now for the murder of his third wife, which had been declared a suicide, and now it has actually been, they exhumed her body, and they determined that it was actually a homicide. She had been in a bathtub at the home. Or they ruled it as accidental or something, but they turned it to be a homicide. So he is behind bars, and I'm glad, because he is so arrogant. I just have nothing.
I don't think too many people like him.
For that man, and every time he's on TV or in the news, they put his picture. It just looks like he's laughing at everyone, and I hate to see that. And I'm not finding, I'm having a problem with my computer here. No, I'm not coming up with what I was looking for here. So if you just want to go ahead, and I guess my part will be delayed.
Okay, well, that's fine. The information for Stacey Peterson is posted on the web. You can get that information by doing just a Google search. So it's up there. Either way, what I had initially is something to do with the whole house filter has her blood in it. He will try to change the filter, and then he apparently used bleach or something like that. Second dream drawing says she was murdered at home by husband. He planned for a week and knew how not to get caught. 3 deaths. Abused by father. Has a girlfriend, age 16. Go to the mine. She is buried there. I think he killed 3 people. The number 26, rope, water, black journal tells of torture, buried in backyard, and then number 9. There are several people that I think he murdered, and there's several locations. I have those locations, all of those locations, I believe, posted on the case file. With Stacey Peterson, well, there's a lot of. I'm just going down here. This is the area I was going to talk about. Stacy's in the mine. She's buried next to her first victim. No help. It's a decoy. He carried Stacy alone to the mine. No taxi, truck, or barrel. He mailed DNA out of state. Not too far. Do not fall for trap. I think what happened is he maybe cut her up and actually carried her to this quarry. Reason why he maybe carried her is because he would left no evidence would be left in the vehicle. There's all this information is posted on the case file. We did find that quarry that makes sense to me, and I do have that the maps of the quarry up there. I know that Jim has been around it. I think I'm not exactly sure if it's been that area in blue has been searched or not. That's what I have for Stacey Peterson. We've had some psychics come in. I believe Gail St. John tried to work the case too. All that information is posted along with all of Jim's work. There's some 40, 50 photographs that Jim sent here earlier. That was back in December of 2007. Okay, that's when Jim first started sending these photographs and stuff. There's a lot of stuff out here. I'm just going down the case file. Redid the case once again, coming up with the same stuff. And Jim says something about STR in chat. Jim, what does that mean? Because it's on.
STR is letters on a dream drawing somewhere, I believe.
Yeah, it is. That's what I'm saying. It's 6/16/07. It says Stacy 6 miles. Murder is not boyfriend 8/11/2007. STR, and he was saying that in chat today, so I just picked up on. Maybe I'm missing something. Jim's in chat with us, so we'll tell you what he says here in a little bit. And then there was some stuff by a bunch of psychics, and that information was posted too. CNN. Drew's midnight drive is a fake. 811. He wanted to be followed. VCAN and then star. I don't know what that means, but well, I know what the thing on the bottom means. But I think that Drew possibly sometime actually went out in his vehicle and drove around just to see who would follow him or something like that. DefendDrew.com. We looked into that. We looked into the name servers and the who it was hosted by, and sure enough, it was taken down. And we did a little. Somebody's looking to expect to defend Drew again. Once again with the maps, there's more maps up here. Remember, now I'm just reading the main case file. There's a lot of links here that take you to some other stuff too. But the important thing is where at least to me, it's where I think she may be. I'm not 100% sure that area was checking on, but it is definitely a walkable distance from where she went missing. Yeah, it's all going back to the same thing.
Okay, STR, Jim says that is a structure number assigned to bridges.
Okay.
And he shows that in one of his videos that he did.
Okay.
And the STR numbers are on bronze plaques embedded in the concrete on the bridge.
Okay. Jim, keep on chatting too. If you want to say anything, we tried to get Jim on the phone. Apparently we had a bad connection, so he's in chat right now. Because a lot of this stuff he's actually he's the author of. And there's a picture of the satellite trucks, and there's some bridge here. It's like a 4-lane highway bridge. I'm just going down the case file, looking at some of the stuff that was sent. Back to that same quarry.
That is the bridge that the FBI originally went to search the canal for Stacy.
Okay. Okay. Back on January 25th of 2008, police discovered a decomposing body in southwest Chicago. And everybody's thinking that Stacy Peterson. Well, unfortunately it wasn't, or fortunately, however you want to look at it, it's still somebody that's dead. Also found something to do with more DD confirmations. Again, the quarry. On
they also triangulated Drew's cell phone to that bridge.
To that bridge right there. Is that the bridge that that location? Is that the one of Jim's YouTube videos?
Yes.
Okay. Here's something really interesting on DD7024, dated November 17th of 2007. Says killer arrested 1-19 Kathy death 414 X-ray Victor India, which could be Roman numerals 414. And then again, 414-28804, the number 111 Street, white male, 40s Quarry Road. He was arrested. And for Kathy's death, was it? Is that who was Drew arrested for?
For Kathleen Savio.
Okay, so then DD, when was he arrested?
I don't know the exact time he was arrested.
Okay, either way, that DD, I mean, well, it says on there 11/17/2007, and that it probably is that's Drew, a picture of him. So that dream dwelling might be confirmed too. And back to Quarry Road, so that's confirmed. It's still going back to the quarry. So there could be a good chance that two people may be buried in that quarry. And I think it's important that Drew, I believe Drew had a 16-year-old girlfriend, according to my dream drawings. And she wouldn't be 16 anymore, but I believe that she's also deceased. So there might be somebody else we're looking for that they don't know about yet. I did think we did some type of search as far as missing 16-year-olds or something. I'm not sure if we found anything or not. And here's something that says Lisa, 19464, 3 miles, and that could be that bridge that I think Jim took a picture of. Reference to Gail St. John, some stuff that she did there. Then there's boxes. We did a show, 2 shows on this. Here we go again. May 20th, human remains found by river in Shanahan, and I believe that it turned out not to be Stacy Peterson, but again, somebody is dead, which is really, really unfortunate. Okay. Back to, okay, so anyways, we did all this. Deborah, did you want to say anything about Stacy, or did you, real quick before we view these videos here?
Yes, I can give a little information about Stacy.
Go ahead.
Oh, Drew Peterson, the
your buddy.
jerk that he is.
Your buddy.
He would like to have all of us believe that Stacy left to be with another man, left him and left her children behind. from what I see and from what I hear about this case, there's not really that many people buying into that one. Stacy has been missing actually since October 28th of 2007. She was supposed to meet a friend that day to help paint their house. 23 years old when she went missing, white female, 5 feet 2 inches tall, 100 pounds, brown hair, long, straight, with blonde highlights in it, brown eyes. She was a student at Joliet Junior College. And Bolingbrook, Illinois is where she's missing from. That is a suburb in Chicago.
Okay.
And Stacy, her husband, Drew Peterson, told the police that he went to the airport in Bolingbrook to pick up her car after she had called him on Sunday night. He says he last saw her in the morning, but that he last talked to her at 9 o'clock that night. And he claims that, you know, she had taken off with a man and she'd left her car behind at the airport.
Okay.
So, you know, he wants us to believe that, but, you know, we're not believing that. I don't believe that. I know you don't believe that. I don't know anybody that does.
Somebody does. I'm sure, well, maybe he does.
Well,
you
really
kind of have to.
This guy has gotten away with how much stuff? You know, all because he thinks he's smarter than, you know, everyone else, smarter than law enforcement because he is ex-law enforcement.
Yeah. That's
so
even worse. He's abused his power as a law enforcement officer, and I think the people that wear the badge, he's probably the lowest life form they can think of. I mean, I guarantee he's definitely abused his power, and to think that he's apparently he's good. We all know that he's good at what he does as far as covering up his own crimes. But you know, I think he's going to get caught. I'm really not sure when, but I think it's imperative that we do find, you know, Stacy Peterson. I do have a map up. I believe that is the quarry. I don't know if you're in the chat room, Deborah, if you can see that video. I think that's the video of the quarry. Jim would probably know better. I think that's what I got up there.
Yes, that is that quarry.
Okay, good. All right, now what I was going to try to do is I have actually three YouTube videos from Jim. He's got a lot of information now he's actually posting on YouTube. I'm going to play that, but I'm not sure that you're going to be able to see it because I haven't figured out how to do it yet. So I'm really sorry about that, but I'm going to watch it, and I'm going to tell you how to watch it. Okay, so anyways, if you go to YouTube, if you go to YouTube.com, and you look for you look for in the search bar, if you type in JIM and then the word in and then MOKENA, it's all one thing, JIMIN MOKENA. You'll see his videos. He's got a lot of them, but I'm going to be looking at the first one. This first one here, he says, I'm sending this video to everybody in hopes of gathering some information regarding Stacy Peterson. I need to know if anyone sees or feels anything in this video. I need it described, and I need the time number that it happens. I do not want to say anything more, and I do not want to prejudge anyone's thoughts with subliminals. I will explain everything after the results come back. Please help us. Now, I'm not psychic, but there are a lot of people that are. So, if you're psychic and you're getting anything, please email Jim. And you can do that right through the YouTube. I'll look at it though and see, you know, see if anything I've seen in the dreams or whatever that match. So let me watch that right now. Deborah, talk or something. I'm just gonna watch this. It's pretty much silent. Okay, I see there's some. Deborah? Oh, okay. Deborah will be right back. So right now I'm watching the video. You guys can do the same thing. If you want to go to YouTube, and we're watching Waterfall Glen 14. I believe it's the first link. I'm looking at that. Some rocks. So I really don't know where this is at, Jim. I really wish I could show you guys what I'm seeing, but if you guys go to YouTube, you can look at the same thing I'm seeing. I'd really like to get Gail's opinion on this video. Hang on one second. I'm going to see if I can get Gail to actually watch the video right now. No, everybody's just waiting. Deborah, when you can jump in. Some rocks there. Okay. Okay, Gail is there. I'm going to add her to the call.
Hello?
Hey, Gail, we're on the air.
Yeah?
We are discussing the Stacey Peterson case, Stacey Ann
Yeah.
Peterson.
Yeah.
Jim has done some work on YouTube. He took some videos, put them on YouTube. And he's wanting.
I saw.
Okay, I just sent you the URL in Skype. Can you watch that video real quick? It's a minute and 58 seconds.
I've already watched it.
Okay, what are your feelings?
I mean, I've been...
Wait, hold on. Wait a second. I want to make sure we get the exact one. This is Waterfall Glen 14. There's like there's lots of them.
I've been talking to Jim all day.
Okay, all right, Jim. Okay, so Jim's in the chat room right now. We apparently couldn't, he couldn't hear us when we called him. So we're actually reviewing the case.
I talked to him earlier today.
Okay, no matter what you guys talk about, or whatever you can share with us.
That I was on, and when I was there, and I picked up certain things in some areas, and then when I was by that bridge when I first picked up. Remember when I told you about the bridge and all the stuff I picked up when I was there?
My memory's terrible. No, I don't.
Oh, why?
Okay. Are you sure? Are you sure you're watching? This one was from the 12th, or from actually he sent this on the 4th of this month. So make sure, just click on the link just to make sure it's the right. You've seen this video.
Okay, hold on. He's in chat. Ask him if that's the same one I saw.
Oh, I gotta go back to chat. Jim put it in chat. Jim, is that the same video that she's... Well, he can answer. He can hear you.
He emailed it to me. Okay, so did he email it to me?
Well, what I'm saying is there's several videos he sent. I want to make sure that this specific one is the one you're watching right now. So just click on it. He said yes, it is. Okay.
Well,
okay.
then I saw it already.
That's okay. So what'd you say again?
I saw it.
I know that. What'd you say about what happened? What did you pick up on anything?
You know, I'm not real good with video.
Okay.
I'm better with pictures, but if this is some of the area where we were talking about.
Okay.
Today.
Okay. Well, I don't know what you talked about today.
Just ask him. He's hearing me. Have him answer you.
Okay, Jim, you heard her.
Is this the same area we were talking about today?
Okay. Can we get a map of this area so I can post it on the case file, Jim? I know he's probably sent it to me, but I've got tons of emails here.
Yeah, I lost some of my emails while I was gone. Then I went and found it today and watched it. Because, you know, when I was in Florida, I missed a lot.
He said yes and yes. He's going to send a map.
And yes, it's the same place we talked about today.
Okay.
And yes, I think he's right on.
I do remember something now. You said something about you could hear gunshots. That's the Stacey Peterson case, right?
Yes.
A shooting range.
Yes.
Okay.
I don't know if it's a shooting range. I could hear gunshots. We were either in a crack area where they're shooting at each other, or there's a gun range there.
Well, you would know if there was it was a crack area, because you'd probably be buying crack. Okay, but
that's right. That's what I would have done.
Okay.
Because I like to blow my money on crack.
Okay, that's great. Okay, do you think that there's any possibility that she's in that quarry that I have posted?
On Quarry Road?
No, well, off Quarry Road in the map that I have posted with a little circle.
Not in the quarry, not in water. Which is what I discussed with Jim earlier, not in water.
Well, I don't have in water. I don't have anything to do with water.
Okay, good.
Is a certain
I'm just making sure.
Yeah. And I think the area was snow covered. I think the last time Jim looked. I wish I talked to Jim today, and I'd be a little more prepared to do this. So
Really, you should
yeah.
just keep up.
Yeah.
I'm sure him and I, either one.
Oh well, okay. Either way, I feel better as long as you're actively working this case. That's all that really matters.
I work a lot of cases that I don't necessarily talk about.
I work tons of cases, but I forget a lot of things too.
Yeah, but I don't always discuss it with you right away. You know, you and I have a lot of cases. When it becomes necessary to discuss it, then I do.
Okay, well. Okay, so that's what we did. You know what? This video's been off of me.
I really think that he's on to something, and he has been. I know what I felt before when I was there. So, I mean, if I have to go by that, because I did a blind drive that led me over in the area.
By the quarry?
When I was still working with my other partner, yes.
That was a long time ago.
Very good. You remember that.
Okay, Jim. Okay, Jim. I have the map. I'm going to open the map right now. Hopefully nothing crashes, and we'll get the map up right now. And I will FTP it, so we'll get it up right away.
So you remember when I told you you and I first started working together that I had done it, and then after when I was in Chicago area, was it last time I was in Chicago area?
Mm-hmm.
I said I went back over that way again, and the same thing happened.
Okay. I think the most important thing we can take from this conversation then is Gail's working the case. She's working with Jim. Jim's sending me information too. I just don't have, I guess, not paying enough. I'm not paying enough attention.
The idea is to find her.
Right. Go to Jim's YouTube collection there, the videos, and if you have anything you want to post, especially if you're psychic, whatever, you can post that information right there under comments in the YouTube. Okay, and I have the map right now.
Yeah, I think it's important, all of us working together.
Okay, that's the bridge east, 150th.
And I will tell you that
135th Street.
My other partner was working with Agreed.
Okay.
And he used to be a good psychic. He turned to the dark side, but it used to be.
Well, okay. Right. His psychic ability is good, though. That's what matters, right? So.
He was one of the best.
Okay. So that's even more compelling to search this area. Okay, I have the map, Jim. It's posted on the site. Okay, so we posted it up there. So we basically sort of covered everything I wanted to. I can't. So once again, I apologize. I cannot put the videos up there in chat on the screen for you guys to let you see that right now because I guess I'm retarded.
I can't comment.
Okay. So anyway, there's the map. Let me close this out here and get my picture back up there.
You're fired for that
okay.
too.
Since we have Gail St. John with us right now, Gail, what's new in your life? That was a question. What's new?
You want me to just what? What's new?
Yeah.
Whose life?
Yours. Not. It's just a question.
It's the same old boring life I've had.
Okay.
Did a radio show tonight with Betty.
How did that go? Psychic Talk.
It was great. It was great. It was a really good show. It's like a shame you missed it.
I was swimming in the Potomac River. I'm really sorry, but it was great.
It was a great show because we talked about a lot of things that are coming up, and things that are going on, and so it was a really good show.
Okay. Keep talking. I'm trying to get the graphics for you for Faraji.
And as far as anything else, I've been spent some time today working on the Ocasio case.
Okay, Tracy Ocasio.
Yeah. And
Tell you that's related to Jennifer Cassie. I have a map on that
but
one
a little
too.
bit more info on Aji.
Okay.
So I'm going to go back and work at that. I think we're off just slightly.
Okay. Oh, okay. Whoa.
Case.
Faraji?
Yeah, and I think there's some issues
Okay.
with being, something I discussed it before, possibly being returned after the area was searched.
Okay. Whoa. What? Something being returned.
Yeah, like the body and whatever being returned after.
Okay. Can't. What do you know about this and what?
Well, it's just some strange things that I was able to see, and I wondered if that happened and we could be slightly off by maybe a quarter to a half mile.
Okay, what direction?
I'm thinking it would probably be west. I'm not the best on my directions, and I don't have a map in front of me, but so I'm going to, when I take the dog back,
west would be that's farther out into to the swamps, or not the swamps, but the grasslands out there, right?
Yeah. So
how are you going to get out there?
Where there's a will, there's a way.
Okay. That said,
I need to figure out how to get a rent. I have to have a rental car for at least 10 days. So that's going to run 10 to 12 days. It's going to run me probably 12 days because I got traveling time there and back. Could be up to 14 days. So probably best to take 14 days. If I do, then because they rent by the week, it's going to be $500 to rent a car and then gas. So that's the next thing I have to do. I will leave on the 28th.
Okay, is Tamara going with you or not?
No, I will be driving alone.
Okay, so you need to raise some funds then for this new search.
Right.
Okay.
And
how much do you need?
Like I said, if we're figuring, Galena and I talked. I can stay at her place. So that puts me at, no motel cost, but the car rental will be $500 for the 2 weeks. And then gas getting there and back and around, so probably another $500. By the time you have to have gas, to drive around, because I have to drive from Immokalee, and then I'm going to head, when I'm done there for the week, I'm going to head up to, Orlando area, to, Ocoee, and continue the search for Tracy.
Okay, so then this will be for
other cases, but it's
okay, and Christopher too then.
And there I don't have to, Susan, everyone that goes by Goins is offered her home for me and the dog to stay in.
Okay, wonderful. So how much do you think you'll need, and where would people donate if they wish to?
Probably, I'm guesstimating between what I discussed with them, we need probably between eating costs, gas, and rental car, probably between $8,000 and $1,000.
Okay.
To stay for 2 weeks, so which gives us a fair amount of time for searching, and so somewhere around there, if they want to donate, they can go to my site, which is www.psychicgale, and that's GALE.com.
Okay.
And click on the donate button on the left-hand side. And we appreciate any help we can get. Like I said, I want to leave on the 28th. This time I'm giving myself a lot longer time, 2 weeks to stay there.
Okay.
So it gives me, enough time on each case. And I've been actively working both cases, so trying my best to get more and more information. I pulled in a couple extra people to get more help because the idea is to bring these people home.
All right. Thank you, Gail. And anything else for the Stacy case, Stacy Peterson?
Only that I'll only tell you what I felt about it from the first time I went there on the case, and I know what I felt. And I know somebody's there.
Okay. Hey, I wanted to say something else. Thank you for helping me do these readings for these people the other day.
Oh, yeah.
It's amazing what you get. the stuff that if you guys don't know anything about it, if you go to my website, brianstreams.com/reading, Gail's actually helping me do. I'm not a psychic, but I do dream readings, and I'm actually coordinating with her, and she's actually reviewing the work that I have and also adding her input to that. And so what I've seen so far, Gail, that's absolutely amazing. I think I'm going to call you and get a psychic reading from you. Okay.
Well, thank you. I appreciate that. But yeah, I think a lot of people out there don't realize that I've been doing private personal readings for 30 years.
Okay. And they can get those on your website too, right?
Yeah. Sure.
Okay.
Yeah. Go right on my website. Click on private readings.
Okay. And they can also call you too, can't they? With 12 Listen?
Yep.
Okay, so
they can call, they go 12 Listen and call me on there. On weekends right now, they're having new moon specials, which will run from 4 to 7 at night. They can call and it's $3.99 a minute, or you can actually do a private one off my site. But I think also, Brian, aren't you doing a dual one too, with you and I both doing something? What you got coming up here? We're working out.
Yes, definitely.
Which I think a lot of people are going to be interested, because you get the best of both worlds, from the dreams to the, actual psychic reading.
Mm-hmm.
I myself think that's really
basically what
interesting to do it that way.
What we're doing is how we do missing person cases, just kind of like that. I do my dreams, and then I get the psychic input from Gail, and then we compare, contrast, and basically try to make it as best as we can. And I think that's unique. I guess two readings, psychic readings, something a little bit different.
I think it's the best of both worlds that way.
Right, and I think so far it's amazing what you can do, Gail. I mean, I was really impressed, and so were the people that you did the reviews for.
I appreciate that. Thank you.
You can't go anywhere yet. Jim wants you to hang on a second. He's sending something. The Stacy Peterson case. So you're going to have to stay. So once again, if you want to have Gail get down to Florida again, I think that'll be her 20th time down there. Go to Psychic.
I'm enjoying it more and more.
Right. Speaking of enjoying, I had the alligator up there. I got to show this one more time. This is not in the zoo. This alligator is something that they met. That
is right where Galena fell.
I swear, I said, Gail, what are you doing in SeaWorld? Because I thought that's how the water is blue looking. And I tell you what, I was in the Potomac River today. If I saw that, I don't think I'd be anywhere near the Potomac River anymore.
Well, I can't even tell you how many gators we come across, and pygmy rattlesnakes, and panthers, and wild hogs, and I'm going to tell you something. It's a wicked area to live in.
But the thing is, though,
search.
There's not too many alligator attacks that actually kill people. They pretty much stay away. They stay away.
But in mating season, they're highly aggressive.
When is mating season? When is mating season? Do you know?
Yeah, when was I there? That was the height of mating season. Was it April?
Okay, it's not January, is it?
No, in December they don't hardly eat, so you're a lot better off any searches.
Okay, and then once again, it's making me happy again. She went missing January 10th, which is the winter time. Well, whatever you want to call winter in Florida.
It's just a very bad area to be in, to search, between the rattlesnakes and the, all the wildlife issues. I'm putting my life at risk every time I go out. Yeah, I am.
Okay.
But I guess I've kind of gotten used to it in Florida.
Okay, another map came. This is what Jim wants you to look at. It's in your Skype. I'm also going to...
To everyone who doesn't know, who keeps asking why I keep going there, because I got a bunch of emails in the other day, and Betty and I talked about it today. Yes, I'm moving to Florida. So we have that out of the way now. People have actually heard it and are asking me. So, yes, I'm moving.
You have fun there.
I've just gotten used to wildlife. I'm starting to be, a little partial towards it. You want to live life on the edge, don't you?
Gail, it's not that bad. It can't be, or no one would be there.
No. In the city, it's not. Where we're searching, it's not good.
If you get eaten, you get eaten.
But hey, you're only going to get eaten once.
I guess so. one-legged psychic looking for Aji, 2011.
Really, I will say that's a wicked area back there. That's the land time.
Here's Gail. Gail's still searching. She's got one leg. She's hopping around. Only six fingers.
You don't believe
but the good thing is that you know what, you would still be searching. So I mean, seriously, you would still be searching.
Seriously, I would, because Gleena and I talked about it because of the back issues I've had. She goes, "What happens there when you get old?" I said, "Well, I'm already old, but if it comes to the point where I can't walk, I'm going to be having them custom make my 4x4 hug around."
I can see the Grand Canyon. Gail will be like, "I can see the alligators."
That's, I'm going to search until I can't search ever again.
Okay. Well, we appreciate that. Are you looking at the map yet?
He sent it to me?
No, it's in your Skype. It's in Skype. Deborah just sent it to you.
No, I'm not seeing it.
Okay, and then he also wants to know, another map from Jim says to look at this, and then a dream drawing DD, I'm going to put that in the case, DD70900 says look at that. I'm sorry, DD0, it says D.
Squares.
I don't, 7099, I don't know, I'm going to pull it up. I really wish we could talk to Jim on the phone. But I'm glad you guys are talking and everything. It's great.
Okay, I see the dream.
I see that.
Yeah.
7099. I guess I should put this in the case file too.
That might help.
Look at them. Look at the. Deborah says look at them side by side. Exactly 6 mile marker from Stacy's house. Computer's going a little bit slow here. Hold on.
Yeah, so is mine.
It says, "Do not give up. Do not give up." Is that the one?
Well, we're not giving up.
I don't know what that is on the bottom. I don't really see. I'll put it up there. There's another case that I know you're not going to give up on too. That's Brian Schaefer. Remember him? Gail?
Right. Yes, I do.
Any thoughts about that one?
Not right now. No.
Okay. All right, I got that up there too. Print the drawing and compare to the map though. Deborah, 7099 it just says "Do not give up, do not give up," and then whatever that is on the bottom right. Is that what you're talking about?
I don't think that's the one I saw, was it? I don't have it on right now. Pull it off.
Hey, Jim says yes. I don't see what's. I can't see what's. I mean, it's my own work, and I don't know what it says on the bottom.
Well, what Jim and I talked about today.
Okay.
Is in the right area.
Okay.
I cannot guarantee exactly who it is, but I can guarantee you there's somebody there.
Well, I said if anybody's going to find Stacy, it'll be Jim. So.
Well, yeah. Well, I told him I'll be in Chicago next week, but I can't bring the dog. When I come back and I get the Detroit thing over with, looking for Tangina, then I'll head back to the Chicago area. I just got to get money together too. There again, I have to have several days of hotel money to work on that case. Because I'll have the dog with me, so I have to stay in a motel.
Okay. Okay. I think that's it, unless anybody has any other questions for Gail, unless Jim's going to say anything else. I think we covered the Stacey Peterson case good. Again, Deborah's saying a redo, so I guess we'll be covering this case in a couple days again, too, if she's not located. Unfortunately, like I said again, I don't think that she's alive. I know a lot of people don't think that she's alive. You know, there's always hope. There's always hope until you actually find something.
I will head back. Like I said, I will head back with my dog.
Okay.
So, that's a plus.
I got a picture of your dog up here. Hold on a second. Let me see if I can find that one. Question: Reggie and Travis, did they work Stacey Peterson case?
I don't believe they have. I haven't heard from either one of them.
What's up with that?
No clue. I guess when summer comes, everyone's on summer break, except you and I.
Okay. I had something pretty. I had your dog up here. Can't find the map now. You think? Did you ever pick up on anything about Drew Peterson maybe having like a 16-year-old girlfriend that he could possibly have done the same thing he did to Stacey with?
I'm assuming 16 to 18.
Okay, so you do think that then?
Yes.
Okay. Okay. Okay, Gail, thank you. Once again, that's Gail St. John. If you want to visit her website, please go to Psychic Gail. Gail is GALE.com. If you'd like to help donate to this upcoming search for Stacey Peterson, Tracy Ocasio, and I think Jennifer Kessie, please go to that website. What's your Twitter, Gail?
And Aji.
Oh, I'm sorry, Aji Desir too.
Yeah, and
actually, it's not Aji Desir number one. Okay, your Twitter is twitter.com/Psychic Gail, just like your website. Right. Okay, and that will keep you guys updated on what she's doing too. Now, unless you have anything else.
And I'm going to go on my Facebook as well. If you search out Gail St. John on Facebook and go on there, I'm keeping everyone updated with hopefully video on the what I'm doing. It'll actually be on Facebook as well as pictures and whatever else I'm doing. So if they want to go on my Facebook, because it's easier for me to update when I'm out of town.
Hang on, Gail. Deborah's now saying Jim says to call him. Okay, Jim, you're going to be on the air when we call, so. You don't mind, Gail?
No, I don't care.
Well, since you guys have been talking all day, I'm sure you wouldn't.
Well, we talked on emails and we talked once in person.
Mm-hmm.
Hello.
Hey, Jim. Can you hear us all right?
Sounds a little better.
Okay, Gail's here.
Okay.
Did I cover everything, and what am I missing? I know you're probably saying, hey, he needs to talk about this, or
yeah.
Okay.
Here,
What's?
all right, I sent you that 709.
Hello?
Hello, I'm on the phone.
Did my husband just call?
No.
Oh, okay.
All right.
Okay.
Sorry about that.
Go ahead.
Sister-in-law.
Go ahead.
The 7099 dream drawing, the one that says "Do not give up, do not give up." On the bottom of that, you have some scribbling going on there.
Yes.
The map that I sent you, if you print out that 7099.
Okay.
And you hold that bottom corner up to that map, and you look at the shoreline, you have on that bottom corner of this dream drawing something that looks kind of like a cursive M, a small cursive M.
Okay.
That matches this point on the shoreline.
Okay, I see that.
You have two lines that look like a road.
Okay.
There's some scribbling on one of the lines that looks like an aerial view of a tree. And above it, you have something that kind of looks like a heartbeat thing on a heart monitor.
Okay.
When you look at that map, you see where the M is at, the shoreline. Then on the opposite side of the road, a little further down, there's a turnoff point that looks like that heartbeat sign.
Okay.
Do you see what I'm talking about?
Yeah, I see. Yeah, actually, I've got the map up and I've got the dream drawing right below it. So yeah, I see.
Let me tell you something.
Okay.
That road that goes under those power lines is Quarry Road.
You're kidding.
And that is the exact 6-mile mark from.
And that's where I told you I was when I called you, Brian.
Okay.
That time, the last time I was in Chicago area and I went for another drive, I told you.
Okay, well, I guess I didn't pay attention to you, Gail. Okay. I got it.
6 mile mark.
Are we going to look at that somehow?
Well, he's going back out there, right, Jim? You're going back out there.
Well, you can't get out there to this exact spot because it's still underwater. The only time it's not underwater is in late October, November, and early December when the water tables are down.
When did she go missing?
At the same time that Stacy disappeared.
And something that Drew may have known about, right?
Yes, but then on the other hand, I can always bring the dog if we need to, even then.
Well, looking at the picture,
Well,
you're going to need a
out
boat.
there.
You're going to need a boat, Gail.
Well, I mean,
Yeah.
no, I mean, if the water table's down in December or October's our best, or November, you know what I mean, before we get snow.
What would happen to a body, though? Could a body just going to stay there? I mean, with all this water and everything? Or is there a current?
Sure, if he buried it, yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, it's going to be
And
there.
there are two concrete blocks out there in that area you could see. Maybe one of those has a 26 on it.
And the dog will pick it up. Did you, Jim, did you shoot that email over to Dawn?
No, not yet. I haven't talked to her. I haven't
Like,
said anything
if
yet.
you need to do it, otherwise, if you want me to wait and I'll go in October or November when you tell me the water's down.
So we could do that too.
Because otherwise,
Because there's no way I'm going to be able to get out there.
How deep is it?
Well, looking at the map, it's not that deep, but it looks very murky.
It's not that deep until you hit the shoreline, and it goes straight down probably about 40 or 50 feet. It's an old quarry.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I'd like to know where that is before I walk into it.
The roadway
My
that's
dog might
underneath
get better
those
swimming
power
than me.
lines.
I see exactly what he's talking about.
I mean, because that's probably more of an area that he would have considered.
Right. Well, here, listen. Brian rode 111th Street, and he rode Quarry Road, and he also drew the number 9. If Drew wanted to avoid cameras, he could have taken 111th Street from the Bolingbrook area, which turns into Bluff Road, and it goes to Lamont Road, which is DuPage County Route 9. So he takes 111th to 9.
The left road is in the top right-hand corner, too. I see that on the map. Yeah.
Okay,
And
and then
Lamont
he goes
Road's the one
south.
I mentioned.
Right, and then he goes south on 9, which is Lamont Road, and then he turns and goes back west down this dirt road that runs underneath the power lines, and that dirt road on an old map that I found is actually called Quarry Road.
Okay.
That point on Quarry Road is the exact 6 mile mark, and it matches exactly what you drew on December 21st. 08 and wrote, "Do not give up, do not give up."
Okay, thank you, Jim.
Yeah.
I did not know about this. I really didn't.
Now, on that Lamont, that's where the bridge is, Jim?
No, this is north of the bridge, towards the bottom of the bridge, and to the left, to the west.
Right. Okay, because now that's the bridge where I got those weird feelings as I went over.
Yeah.
How often is this This is underwater most of the year?
Most of the year it's underwater.
So that could explain why she hasn't been found then, because they're not going to be searching that area, are they?
Right.
Right. This is another one of the hot spots. I have like 3 or 4 different locations where I'm finding these things. Then again, depending upon how he disposed of her, she could be in all those places.
Right.
Without getting too graphic.
We understand. Well, thank you, Jim. I guess I should pay more attention to your emails. Sorry about that.
That's all right.
And you should pay more attention when I call you.
Yeah, I know.
I think we should all just beat up Brian and get over with it.
Hey, help yourself.
I agree.
I don't care.
And I'll be honest with you,
Gail,
the time that I went over that Lamont, I was still with my other partner when I did that blind drive.
Mm-hmm.
That was just before Brian and I met.
Yeah,
And
now to
then
the
when I
right,
went back
if at the bottom of that bridge, Gail, at the bottom of that bridge, if you're going north down Lamont Road and you get over the bridge and you're at the base, you turn left to go to Quarry Road where the 6 mile mark is. To the right is the other half of Quarry Road. That's where the police pistol range is at.
Did Drew ever work homicide?
That's why I hear the shooting.
That's why you probably did the shooting.
Okay. Did you ever work?
Because I've been talking about that ever since it happened. Like I said, I did the blind drive. I was still with my other partner at the time.
Did Drew?
And I kept hearing
Right.
guns going.
Brian, what?
Did Drew ever work the homicide? And what did he do?
His claim to fame is that he was a narc.
Okay.
He was on the SWAT team and he was a narco.
Okay, so he never worked homicide, so he never really, well, he probably dealt with murders then and finding bodies though, right? I'm just wondering
Did, what's going on now?
No. Are you still on the phone?
Yes, I am still on the
Okay,
phone.
I need to call my man back.
Okay, thank you.
I was just wondering, you can go ahead and go, Jim. I was just wondering if anybody's done some research as far as what what he's done as far as homicide goes and finding bodies and maybe
I don't think he's done any.
Okay.
He's only created dead bodies.
You know what? I bet you.
No, he was a scuba diver. He was on the scuba diver team to go look for underwater people.
Right.
Who were underwater.
But I think he's created a few more than he's ever found.
Okay. Thanks, Jim. I appreciate it.
See you guys later.
Okay. Bye.
Bye, Jim.
Okay, Deborah's back with us. Hey, Deborah, I know we're talking about your buddy Drew, your best friend.
Yes. Yes. The thing is, he's always chasing a new young tail, too.
Well,
That's
the
very
thing that bothers me? The thing that bothers me the most is that right after this happened, that's the first place I was in.
I remember when you were talking about that, when you described how you had a feeling initially in that area that there was a dead body there. And you didn't realize at the time who it could possibly be or what cases could be connected. You just felt it when you were there for...
I was
Deborah, let me tell you something.
Partner, and I'd gone there for and actually doing the John Edwards sessions there because, a lot of people know I work out of Chicago. And I was actually driving to Bolingbrook. And because I had a session I had to do there. And I came through this area and it just hit me like a ton of brick. And then the last time I was in Chicago, Brian, you can't remember, I was there by Quarry Road telling you, Brian, I think I found Quarry Road.
Deborah, my neighbor Brett and I were actually looking for a local missing person here, and I had Gail help us out. Brett was on the phone with Gail. Gail was telling Brett as we were driving where to go, okay? Like she was in the, remember I called you, she was in the car like, she didn't know where we were at, and she was telling us things that's not on the map or anything, okay, what we're looking at, and she was telling him where we were at that moment when we were going, and she was almost right on actually where supposedly he was located. They're not still sure if it's him or not, but more than likely it is. But Brett was absolutely, Brett was like, wow, that was just, that's really, really kind of, it's a little scary in a way though. It's actually kind of freaky.
Because if you're seeing it, I can see it.
It's freaky. I understand the dreams. Dreams to me are, I understand that. But to do this stuff while you're, I do. Do this stuff while you're awake, I think I'd check myself in the mental institution. If I probably need to go anyways, but I'd be like.
That's the whole reason to the blind drive.
So why don't we go to mental hospitals and start asking people where they think missing people are? You never know.
Well, it might be. People might have mental. I'm serious. Because I was doing that blind drive with Galena, and I was telling her where to go and what she was seeing. And
remember, Kaylee Anthony, you remember what you said on that video? What you said and what happened with Travis. You guys were there, right there. And they would have found.
You will know it when you hit. If you're
they would have found Kaylee Anthony.
50 feet. If you're within 50 feet of a body, you will get physically ill.
I tried that with you. I did not. Remember, we were out there in the woods. I said, I don't feel it. I don't feel it.
And if you don't, then it's not there.
Yeah, that's fine. It's not there though. I'm happy. Dreams are fun.
Yeah, but that's the thing. That's how I know if I really am that close. I know it. You can't mistake that.
Okay.
And Travis got first-hand experience of how you can't mistake it.
Okay. So once again, if you want to, guys, please go to the case file. Click on the link for Jim's YouTube videos. All that stuff's there. And if you want to post any comments or anything about that, you can post them right on YouTube. Please leave it as a comment. I think that Jim gets a copy of that email. And thanks again, Jim. And Gail, thank you very much. We got one more case to do, and then we're done. I know you're getting some sleep, aren't you?
Yeah, I actually have to go. I have grandkids here, so.
Okay. Thanks, Gail.
I wish I could stay and help you with the last one, but I did promise my grandkids.
Oh no, don't worry about it. We're good. Thank you though.
Okay, you're welcome. Night, everyone.
Night.
Hi, Gail. Thank you.
You're welcome. Night.
All right, Deborah, we got one case left. This is case number 778. This is Sergio Rivera. The case. Did we cover this yet? We didn't.
Yes, we actually did.
We did.
Yeah.
Ah, okay. I'm sorry. Sorry, guys. See how I'm losing it here? We do have one case to cover though, and this is the case number 776. This is Lindsay J. Baum. Lindsay, yeah. Let me get the picture up here.
Well,
okay.
And the reason for doing an update on this case is because listeners, readers have submitted information.
Right, I've got that information too. Anyway, so this is Lindsay Baum. We actually covered this on the show 4 to 5 days ago, and the case was opened 7/8/2009. 4 days. Either way, we did a show on this one. Deborah, you want to give us quick information about what they think may happen with Lindsay, and then we'll go over the updates that the viewer sent us.
Well, as far as what they think has happened with Lindsay, I'm not sure what they think, except, possibly abducted, or, there's always a possibility that, something with someone she knows. But she went missing when she was walking home from a friend's house in the evening. And there hasn't been, there's not a lot of concrete evidence. They went ahead and checked computer. They checked her computer history. They checked her logons, her MySpaces, and things, trying to figure out if there was something there. Right now, her family is desperately trying to find her because her father is deploying to Iraq. And he actually lives in Tennessee, and they did rule out that she was going from Washington State to Tennessee to visit him, that she hadn't actually done that she hadn't run away to Tennessee. So there's been a lot of searching for her, and not coming up with a whole lot of information.
Okay.
So anything that any listeners or readers have that could help this case, we are so grateful to have.
Okay. And that's why we're going over this again. What I had on the dream drawings, the first one said cereal boxes, and then the word she knows. The second one says she's 2,145 yards from bedroom. The word boxes, the number 8641, and the letter the word red. Kevin put his input there. That's listed. But what we did do after the show is we found a location where she went missing from, apparently, which was 319 East Mommsen Street. And I did a map. What I did is I just took Google Earth and found an approximate distance, which is 2,145 feet or yards times 3 is actually 6,435 feet, which is a little over a mile. So I put a map up there showing the possibilities where she may be located. And that's really all I did on that one. Then there was the dream drawing, I think, that may be related to this case, which is 7398, that says she will be found on July 10th, 2009, in the word center. And I wrote, Gail, I think this case will resolve soon. Well, obviously she's not been found, correct, Deborah?
No, she has not.
Okay. So, the information that we have is coming from Teresa, right?
We have information coming from Faluki.
Faluki, okay, and okay.
And also there was an email from Tammy.
Right. I think Teresa's Faluki, though.
Correct.
Okay. Do you have that email? Do you want to read that?
She says here, not sure if this is anything, but will tell you what I did. I had looked at your dream pics, and 8641 stuck out, thought maybe an address or a birth date, so I decided I would Google it. She Googled McCleary, Washington, 8461, and she gave a link of what she got when she did that.
Okay.
And I don't know, have you clicked on that link in the email?
No, I'm opening up. Yeah, I'm opening up the second one, the map.
Okay.
You doing the first one?
Yeah. She said that she has also been distracted by a picture she saw with web sleuths.
Mm-hmm.
There was what looks like some kind of mist in front of this building that was next to the garage. But she did not know what that garage was. It turns out it's an automotive repair and restoration shop on 10th Simpson Avenue. And she provided the map, which you have pulled up now.
Yes, ma'am. I'm actually screenshotting that right now. Oh, never mind. Try it one more time.
She says that she had looked at the map and she saw that one of those shops are close to where your numbers pointed to, which is the 108,
okay.
the Rainmaker Auto and Restoration place. There's a crossroad just before you get there. She believes that the crossroad is also called 108, and it crosses State Road 8. And if you look directly across Route 8 from that crossroad, you will see that there is, or almost looks like, a small area that someone could pull into. If you blow up the first map, you can see there is also a stream there, which is just after the numbers you were given, and there is a huge field or clearing. If you go down that field some on your right, you will come up on Sand Lake Pond. She says you may have to use a hybrid or topical map to see that. She thinks they've already searched that pond, but she feels that your numbers are important, and she wonders if that's where she is.
Okay, I mean, I don't know. We could do a redo. I am not really sure. From what I got from the dream was that location right there, and those are the maps that I posted. What pond is that again, Deborah?
Sand Lake Pond.
Okay, is it Sand Creek Pond? There's a Sand Creek Pond.
I believe so, yes.
Okay. I'm gonna have to pull up that in like Google Earth or something like that.
Yeah, so we can get a better look at that.
Unless I can switch it. No, well, you can. I'm going to turn the satellite up you want. So the pond there. Let me see how that corresponds to this map right here. Ooh. That is close to the area, isn't it? As far as do you see the map I did with the red circle?
Yeah, I saw that. Mhm.
Okay, I'm not sure. I'll definitely post this. One thing that's important. If you guys could please post this stuff in the forum too. We'd really appreciate that. If you just click where it says post comments here, because that way everybody. A lot of people don't go to my case file; they go to the forum. It's really important that we get that information out. I don't know, Deborah. I see that. I got that stuff, and I'll post it. All I can say is it probably needs to be searched if it hasn't. And you thinking that she did search it?
According to Felicki, she believes that area was searched. We can't be sure though, and just because an area is searched does not mean that it's clear either. You know, or there's always a situation where an area is searched and something turns up later.
Okay. And there is, okay, so we got that. I got that map. I posted all this stuff here. I posted a link to that. I got it. Posted the map that she sent, and I'm also putting it in satellite view mode, and I'm going to screenshot that too. Okay, there's one more update that was on this case. This is the picture that somebody who sent this.
This is from Tammy.
Tammy, okay, sorry about that, Tammy. I've got that picture posted. One problem I have with that, though, I had to minimize it as far as thumbnail goes. I'm gonna have to view it again. I'm gonna have to open it up somehow. It wouldn't. The picture was so large, it wouldn't go into I use front page to edit. I couldn't just get it on. I got it on that thumbnail. So basically, Deborah, can you see it? Can you see the picture?
Yes, I can.
Okay, what is it? What is it of?
The picture is It looks like
I'm trying to get
Tina
it.
has written down what she had.
Okay.
She's written down her work.
Okay.
Is what it looks to be. It's a piece of loose leaf notebook paper.
Okay. Yeah, I've got that.
So
I'll tell you what,
she
Tim.
wrote down her work and gave you her work.
Okay, I'll look at that and then I'll write you back on that one. And we'll do
She
that.
has also explained in the email.
Okay.
the contents
Okay,
of
I
that
got that. Okay, I'm gonna just read it then. Hi, Brian. This is an attached picture of Lindsay Baum, a male, mid to late 30s, a church. Maybe she knows him from church services. A view of a large parking lot with an AT&T store front sign. The rear end view of right side of a Jaguar type auto late 90s model doghouse, the shape of an igloo. Okay. Once again, can you post this too in the forum for Lindsay's case, and I'll look at that as soon as I can open. I'll have to go into AOL and I'll just open up the full picture there. Okay, so we got that done. Deborah, anything else?
No, I don't have anything else except, you will be doing a redo, this week on Lindsay's case, since she hasn't been located yet.
Okay, yes. And then I have 2 cases that I have done. They're sitting over there. I will get them posted. It's too late tonight. I'll get all that posted tomorrow. Tomorrow we'll be covering 2 cases that I've already done, and then you just want to do 2 cases a night, Deborah? You want to do all? Basically, you want to do all 4? We really should do all 4 tomorrow, but that's up to you.
Whatever works for me. We can do 2, we can do 4.
Hold on, I'm gonna close on out here. Let's do 4. It makes the most sense.
Okay.
I mean, the sooner the better. Tonight I got a picture of Ashi Desir's grandmother up. Deborah, I know we talked about this case tonight, but we always close with something like that. Basically, what can I do, okay, to help promote Ashi? What can I do?
Yeah, what can you do and what can I do? Can someone please give us some ideas?
Yeah, I mean, right. I mean, what can, yeah, exactly. What can we? Basically, we're asking you, what do we need to do that we're doing wrong to help promote Ashi? Any ideas? We're welcome to do them, whatever they may be. Right, Deborah. Whatever they may be, right.
I just really don't know what to do anymore. Keep doing what we're doing, but if there's something we could do different, something else we could do, I just don't.
I mean, we're not CNN. We're not. We don't have that huge following that a lot of things do. We've emailed everything that we can possibly do. We've done some crazy things. At least I have. I don't know what else there is to do. Gail's going back down there.
If someone has an idea of what we can do, can you please post it at findashi.com or email us or tell us in chat or any way you can communicate with us. Communicate with us through Brian's site. Any way you find.
I mean, I'll take Deborah hostage and I'll put a gun to her head. If that's what it takes, right, Deborah?
Well, I don't know about that, but
or I mean, I know that sounds crazy, but we're not talking about doing something like that. But whatever it takes within reason. I mean, this is really ridiculous.
Well, you had mentioned once too, doing like a marathon, similar to telethons they do or whatever.
Yeah, let's think about that. We don't have that many viewers, so. Hopefully people would watch, but yeah, I mean, if that's what it takes, well, I'll stay up 24 or 48, whatever. Well, no, then we just fall asleep. Gail can do a. What can she? What can we get Gail to do?
Well, I think Gail does quite a bit. She works the case, and she's going to go down and search again.
Yeah.
I don't know what else we can ask of Gail. If there's something else that Gail can do, please let us know what that is too.
Can't wait to hear those comments.
Anything. Anything for the little dude.
But the important thing is that the sheriff's department did do a video, and they do need your help. So that said, let's help him. Let's get that video out there. It's not the video that's important. It's his picture and his statistics, his age, his name, what what he may the name he may be using, and to knowing that he's only basically he's 2 years old mentally. Maybe if we had a child psychologist that could come on and say, hey, what are we looking for in a child? And we thought about that. How is this kid going to be reacting if you see him in public? He's definitely not going to act like a 6-year-old, soon to be 7-year-old.
Well, that's really interesting. If someone has education or experience or something and can give us some of that information, please let us know that too. We'd love to hear what you've got to say. And something else on that, Brian, is...
Well, here's one thing we can do. Go ahead, Deborah. Go. I cut you off again. Go ahead.
Oh, well, I was just thinking about, the interaction that we hear about, that we heard from Gail and Galena when they were in Immokalee talking to the children in the farm workers village.
That's what I was going to talk about.
And the way Aji was treated.
Yes.
Roll that in with his disability.
I want to know why
we're looking at.
How many children, in order to defend themselves, urinate on other kids? Okay.
That's just horrible. That's
right.
Just so sad.
And why is that? Was he being molested? Let's bring it out here. Was he being molested? Is there something in this? Has social services looked into this? Do we know that? Why not molest a 6-year-old? Especially with his mental abilities, he's not going to talk, is he?
Well, and when we discussed that before, if that is the case, I don't look at that as, not just because of what Gail said, but because of things that, I've heard and I've read and, stuff I know, that molestation most likely did not come from within his family.
No, I'm not implying that it did.
From an older peer. It normally comes from an older peer, like an older child.
And that person probably frequents where those kids play. And another thing is, he may not be the only child. More than likely, he's not. So what do these kids know? Really, have the detectives interviewed, and I'm sure they've done a great job. But really, have they really got down and asked these serious questions? There are people out there that are trained to do this, that are trained to talk to kids about things like this. As I watched, like I said, I watched last night an episode of what's the name of the show again? Deborah, help me out. I talked to you on the phone about it. Law and Order Special Victims Unit, and it was about the piano teacher. Absolutely disgusting. But after I watched that, I actually asked my son about the private parts, and the people aren't supposed to touch that, and he knew that. But I just wanted to reiterate that, and I'm not too good about talking about that kind of stuff. I'm just not in, but I did. I didn't want to. But if somebody brings something like that into the case and it turns out to be true or something, you're not only helping find Aji, you could be putting an end to some really, really bad stuff that may be going on. If nobody's watching the kids, it's perv heaven, isn't it?
Well, I would think so. I'm glad that Galena and Gail were able to talk with the kids, as like they were. But that also bothers me that the kids were not being supervised, that they actually were talking to strangers, and then to find out too that they're told that they shouldn't be playing back in the areas by the water and by where the gators are.
Yeah,
and
they're told, but we all know it's awful.
They go there anyway. They're told they're not supposed to.
We wouldn't need,
but
they weren't supervised, and that's really tragic.
Right.
So I don't know. And just because it's a farm workers village, it does not give anybody the right to say they can go unsupervised. 5, 6-year-olds cannot be running around without supervision. And I think there's a law against that, isn't there?
Oh, I'm sure there is. I think in different states it varies as far as how old children should be when they're left unsupervised. I'm sure that no different than if you were leaving your child home by themselves. There's laws against that. I'm sure there's laws about them being out in the world.
He needs to be in a school. he needs to be in a school for people like him to help him because of his mental challenges. No, not yet. Just hang on. You know what I'm saying? I mean, there's programs out there. Was he enrolled in a school like this?
Well, I don't think he was in a specialized school. I think he was in school.
Well, school was in session, right?
And he was in school because his classmates had a really nice, letter for him, a card for him that they made, and that's posted at findaji.com. I'm not so sure that was actually a special school, though.
Okay. I don't know. I'm just coming up with ideas of what we do know, and that's what we do know.
The other thing too is, since he does have a disability, is there a case manager that worked on his case somewhere due to that disability that could be helping the family now to facilitate searching, to help in all ways for Aji now?
What'd you think of the video that
somebody's got to step up for him.
What'd you think of the video that the sheriff's department did?
I thought it was wonderful. As many YouTubes as I watched about missing people, that's the first time that I'm seeing law enforcement making one and asking everyone to share it and email it to people and help. They're saying, they titled it "Help Us Find Aji." They're asking everyone, "Help us find Aji."
And we were talking about the number of views. Yeah.
That it's about 200 now.
Yeah, the water commercial with the babies on roller skates it has 20 million views now. If that was Aji, we'd have Aji be home now. Just think about that.
Exactly.
Okay, Deborah, thank you, and thank you, Jim, thank you, Gail. Even though you guys aren't here right now, and we'll see you guys tomorrow night.
Why don't you
Why don't you say goodbye? Say goodbye.
Bye.
Okay.